This is HV test set 0 to 5 kV 1000 milliampere AC maximum. This total cabinet contains a variable AC source, that is a variac, which provides variable input to the high voltage transformer, which is mounted inside this cabinet on the rear side of the cabinet from this point onwards. Okay, and here you can see this is the output voltage meter. This is leakage current meter. Then this is the leakage current limit selector. 250 milliampere, 500 milliampere and 1000 milliampere. Here we can select the trip current, we can say, which is the limiting factor. From here, this is mains on off. This is output on button, output on lamp, output off push button, output off lamp. Here there is a timer, that is test duration can be set on the timer. This is the timer start button and this is the timer reset button. This is an indicator. It comes on when the electrical earthing or the ground is not connected properly. Once the ground is connected properly, this lamp goes off. This is the output voltage controller, as I said. The output terminal is on the top panel of the instrument. This one. This is the output terminal, and that is with respect to the ground terminal, which is on the rear panel. Here this is the ground terminal. This is the mains cord for the input. Here is the fuse in the input line. Before putting on the instrument, two things are to be noted. One is, please do not use without electrical earthing. One instruction is mentioned on the panel of the instrument. This is very important. Even though we have provided an interlock for ground opening, or when the ground is not properly connected, still there is one instruction plate fitted here to make the user alert. Okay, now let us start operating. I have connected mains supply to the instrument. Now I am putting on the instrument mains supply. Here there are some indications. kV meter is at 0, milliampere meter is also at 0. Output off is this condition. This is mains on condition. Timer is standing on 60 seconds. But this indication shows that the instrument is not connected to earth properly or the ground properly. That is the reason this lamp is coming up and the high voltage cannot be initiated. It is not getting started. So we have to first check this interlock. We have to connect earthing properly to the instrument, and then again we have to put on the instrument and check. So this interlock has operated and the instrument is asking to connect the earthing properly, and if I check, really the electrical ground is not connected here. It is not connected to the instrument. So now here is the connection, and now physically I will connect this ground here and see the indication on the instrument. The open ground indication has vanished, and so the instrument can be initiated for high voltage. So this is the open ground interlock facility in the instrument, which ensures the safety of the instrument as well as the safety of the operator. Now one more interlock is provided in the instrument, like zero start interlock. This means unless this dimmer stat is at 0, we cannot initiate the high voltage. Now the dimmer is not at 0, so we have to bring the dimmer to 0, and then only the high voltage can be initiated. This is also a safety interlock for the instrument as well as the operator. Now let's see the overcurrent trip facility in the instrument. For that, we have to select the trip current range. I have selected 250 milliampere here, and we have to short the output to the ground. Here the output terminal is provided. This one is the output terminal, and we have to connect this to the ground terminal. This green terminal is the ground terminal. Here I have put a shorting link. Okay, this means the output is shorted, and if this shorting current or the short circuit current or the output current exceeds this 250 milliamperes, then the output is automatically tripped off. Okay, now let's see. Now I am at 0, so 0 interlock is operated properly. Now ground is also connected properly. Now I can initiate the high voltage. So high voltage has been started, and if I give some input to the high voltage transformer by turning this output control knob, we can see a short circuit current is flowing in the output. But if this short circuit current exceeds 250 milliamps, then the instrument trips off. This is the output tripping facility on the high voltage when overcurrent happens or the object under test fails. Now just we have seen the output overcurrent tripping facility which is provided in the instrument. Now we will see the function. As I said, this is the output control knob, this is the high voltage output kV meter, and this is the leakage current meter. Just now we saw the leakage current or the output current on the meter. Now we will see the voltage. Like this, we have to put on the output and we have to turn the. This is the voltage control knob. If suppose our test is of 1 kV and for 60 seconds, then we have to set this timer first at 60 seconds and output at 1 kV and start the timer. This way we can set the output voltage on the display and get the output between output terminal on the top panel with respect to ground. Okay, now let's see how this timer can be set. Now it is set at 60 seconds as we can see on the display. We can set this timer to any value. Let's say we want to set it at 30. Press this second key, bring this digit to 3. Now it is 30. Here a set button is there. Press set and then reset. This way the timer can be set. Now the timer will operate from 30 seconds to 0 seconds. It will count down, and when the time is completed, the output will be put off. This way we can use the timer. Now let's see the overall operation of the instrument. We have set trip current limit at 250 milliampere here. Then we have set the test duration 30 seconds on the timer. Okay, like this. And now what we have to do is we have to connect the under test object across the output terminal and the ground terminal. This is the output terminal and the ground terminal on the back panel of the instrument. So we have to connect the object across the two terminals. Once the object is connected, then we can use the instrument. Before connecting the object to the instrument, we have to refer the standards of the object to be tested for its specifications, for its terminations, and how we can connect the object to the instrument. We can know from that. And after that, when we are sure about all these parameters, then we can connect that object, and after that we can start the test. Like if suppose we have to test the object for 1 kV for 30 seconds. This is the 30 second. We have to put the output on, set the output voltage to 1 kV as we desire, like this, and then start the timer. Now for this 30 seconds, the 1 kV output of this tester is applied to the object under test. If suppose due to the failure of the insulation the object fails, then a trip current flows and the instrument trips before the time is lapsed, then it is concluded that the test is failed. But if it stands and the time is completed successfully, like this, then you can conclude that the test is passed. That is one. To start another test, we have to bring this dimmer to 0. One thing, we have to reset this timer again, unless otherwise the output cannot be started, like this. Suppose we have not resetted this, we are trying to put the output on, it will not. So reset. Again we are trying, it will not get on. So we have to bring this dimmer to 0. Now we can take a second test, like this. So this is all about the high voltage tester.